Well, hello there, dear folks and fellow YouTubers, and I hope you are all doing fine on this fine day, because in at least one of today's videos, I'll be doing another playthrough of Killer Instinct for the SNES, played on the internet as a part of the Classic Games Online website. I'm gonna go ahead and hit start, as usual. Just gonna turn on options here quickly. Turn on easy combo breakers. Okay, that'll be good enough. Not too hard, but not too easy either. Just what the doctor ordered. Alright. Okay, we're gonna go to one-player game. As you can tell by the thumbnail and title, we're gonna play as our Native American fighter, Chief Thunder. Or just Thunder, as he's sometimes called. But I like to call him Chief Thunder. It makes him sound more like who he is somehow. A Native American fighter, of course. Yeah. Surprised I haven't been hit yet. Or at least not much anyway. I should say that much. Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, I'm fighting Glacius, the icy alien fighter from outer space. Clearly that looks like it should be the Himalayas or somewhere. If I knew how to do fatalities, I would do them in a heartbeat, but sadly I don't. Should learn how to do them sometime, though. Supreme Victory! Okay. Just LJM, Luke Joseph Murphy, which is my real name. It's been a while since I've revealed my real name in gaming videos. Now we're fighting an oppositely fiery fighter named Cinder. Fight all. Ah! Superhero! Ah! 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 Ready. Now there is a stage fatality where you can knock a character off, and then you've won the round that way. Maybe the whole match. I don't know for sure, so don't take my word for it. Ready. And you can't see it, but I'm wearing a Goro t-shirt, which is rather interestingly fitting, because Mortal Kombat's a pretty similar fighting game to Killer Instinct, with its kind of dark, gritty fighting game aesthetic. Winner! And I won the match. I lost one round, but I did win the entire match, LJM. My initials for Luke Joseph Murphy, which, as I said a couple moments ago, is my real name. Now we're fighting the Jurassic Park-looking character, Riptor. Alright. Yeah. It's interesting because Maximilian Dude, another fighting game YouTuber, tends to have the thumping noises in his gaming videos, which I'm glad to know about, just because I'm glad to know I'm not alone on that score. He's a much more professional-looking YouTuber in his videos than I am, in a lot of ways. It's just good to know I'm not alone on that score. And thus far, I'm getting my butt whipped. He really did an ultra combo on me there. Of course I'm gonna continue. Thunder. And I'm doing one fighter per playthrough video, as I tend to usually do. Fight all. I need to learn to block more. That's especially a problem with fighting games. I need to definitely learn to block more. I'm too offensive and not enough defensive, if you will. Alright. Yeah. Alright. Sadly, it's pretty unlikely I'm going to win the match again, considering how low my health is. Thunder. I'm going to be fighting the same character I'm playing as in the next match if I win this match, of course. Yeah. Yeah, oh man, Rip Tour is not easy. Finally, I'm winning a little bit. It's the first time I've ever done a big combo like that, at least in a while. Come on, you can do this, dude. Dude, you can do better than that. I can't say I'm exactly the most self-compassionate human being in the world. I'm very compassionate towards others, just not always towards myself. Again, at least, not always. Yeah, finally. So yeah, in the last few matches I've tried to fight against this guy, I've been getting my butt licked. Jiminy Christmas, he is not an easy opponent to fight against. Yeah. Okay, dude, lose another match and we're gonna have to lower the difficulty if you can't win otherwise. There we go, yeah. Dude, you can do better than that. Okay, that's it. We're lowering the difficulty if you can't get past certain fighters otherwise. So I'm just gonna let it expire, because I'm just going to restart the playthrough, but this time on an easier difficulty, because it's going to take me forever otherwise to get past this. Okay, we're going to go back down to options. We're going to lower... I had to do that because I'm not going to be able to get through this game otherwise. My butt's going to be whipped otherwise. Trying to get through this game's going to be almost like trying to control a force of nature or something. We know that's not going to happen, being able to control a force of nature, unless you have superpowers. I'm not being cheap or undisciplined, but it's just, I'm not going to be able to get through this game if I don't lower the difficulty a little bit. Besides, the game is still plenty hard, as you can tell here. Yeah. Gosh, I'm surprised I was able to take him out as easily as I did there. And that was pretty low on health, too. Sorry, I had to restart with an easier difficulty. And that's not because I'm cheap or anything, it's just I'm gonna get my butt whipped otherwise, you know, and just beating this game's gonna be borderline impossible otherwise. Now we fight Riptor again, thank God on an easier difficulty, because he was getting impossible to fight there a moment. I should say impossible to beat anyway. This time around I'm having a much easier difficulty. Again, because I lowered the difficulty. Again, I'll say one last time, but I had to lower the difficulty because I was just going to get whipped otherwise. And beating this game all the way through was just not going to happen because I was going to keep losing matches left and right otherwise. Besides, the game still can, as I said before, be pretty hard. Don't have to be hard as hell just to actually be very hard as hell. Voila. Now we're fighting a mammal fighter named Saberwolf. Saberwolf! This is a much more horror-themed level, as you can tell by both the environment and the music. Yeah. And he is history. Yeah. Surprised he didn't manage to take out my health there as much as he could have. Christmas. Oh, he really did a hyper combo on me there. Okay, lose another match and we'll have to quit the video, dude. Wow, that was pretty... Sorry, I don't really mean that. I'm just getting a little annoyed and frustrated with myself. So I'm playing this on a fairly easy difficulty, but yet I was getting my butt handed over to me in the last match. And I am. And you just gotta be careful never to get too overconfident in yourself, because who cares how low their health may be, because they still can end up getting you if you get caught off guard. Finally, I won the match with Saber Wolf. Okay, and now we're fighting Cinder. Sorry, I don't know why I'm feeling kind of tired and irritable, but I am for some reason. Guess I'm still waking up to the day, even when I don't fully realize it. No! Superhero! No! Christ, I'm doing this wall for some reason as I am fighting him. Oops, that was kind of dumb. I walked right into his fire move there, or whatever you call it. Brutal combo. He's lucky he won around there, because he's pretty low on health. Winner! And now we're fighting TJ Combo, the African-American boxer. Yeah. That's very classic 90s hip-hop, that soundtrack in this level. Yeah. Yeah. So, obviously, if the round ends and I win that one, you want to stand back from the opponent because they can start kind of beating you up when you least expect it. Yeah. Even on the easiest difficulty, this can really be a tough fighting game. I'll be the first to admit it, considering that I'm playing it in this video. Okay, so now we're on Jago. Nothing like classic, exotic, Far Eastern fighting game maps like you see in these kind of 90s fighting games that are American or British made. And I don't mean the anime ones made in Japan, of course. Not that those can't have some of those too, but the American and British made fighting games definitely kind of highlight those more easily, as well as just Western made fighting games, period. Thank God I won the first round, because I am pretty low on health. I'd be surprised if he didn't get the upper hand in this round. In fact, he got a perfect there against me. There you go. Most likely I'll win, but just I've gotta not get carried away and let my guard down, because he can suddenly catch up if I'm not careful, of course. And I am on B, Orchid, the game's female mascot character, as well as the franchise's female mascot character, period. She's a surprisingly tough opponent, it seems like, thus far. There we go. Triple combo. I guess I was pretty intensely concentrated, because, yeah, the opponents, even on the easiest difficulty of this game, can get the better of you if you're not careful, and if you let your ego get the better of you. Unfortunately, she got me there. She won the entire match there. Continue. Sort of like my Street Fighter 3 playthroughs, I'm doing one fighter per playthrough. Triple combo. Alright, so gotta be careful how much anger and frustration I show when doing playthroughs like this. Well, at least I'm not like Maximilian Dude cussing or swearing at the top of his lungs. Surprised I managed to win that match. Supreme victory! I also need to learn how to do special moves more often. And now we're on the icy fighter from outer space. Glacius, as the announcer would call him. There we go. Super combo. He's probably gonna win the next round, just considering how low on health I am at the moment. In fact, I'd be surprised if he didn't win it. Whoa! Hyper combo! Ah, I can't believe I won that match. Now we're fighting Spinal, the game's mascot skeleton warrior. He's a pretty creepy character, but that's why I like him. He has a pretty spooky theme song too, which is pretty awesome. Yeah. It's weird, his Killer Instinct 1 theme is really not that different from his theme song in the sequel, Killer Instinct Gold. I don't know what that is. Yeah. Yeah. He's a surprisingly easy fighter to take on, but again, I should not get too carried away with that notion, because you've seen how I've got my butt whipped as soon as I assumed too much. And heck, he won the first round. That round, I should say. Obviously, not the entire match. Now we're on the second to last boss, Fulgor. He looks like something out of Terminator or Predator. Both, really. A combination, really. well, obviously, judging by his physical looks, he's going to be a fairly tough and challenging opponent to take out. So don't let your guard down when fighting him, of course. Of course, I won the match. So now we're on the last boss. You have successfully conquered the training level. There's more to be seen and more to be done. Return to the options screen and change the difficulty setting. Better hurry, a new foe is waiting for your pitiful challenge. Awesome. I guess that was the last boss. Interesting. Awesome. Well, folks, I believe that will be the end of this playthrough video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you all are having a great day, period. And remember, if you like this video, please hit that like button below. And if you want to see more of my videos, please hit that subscribe button below. And I shall see you all when I see you all in the next video, folks. Before I end this video recording, just want to say that I've got 2 ambient videos for Doom 3 due out on the same day today as this video is uploaded. Alright, see you soon, bye-bye, and God bless you all. Amen.